ओम ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेद विभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भाम्
शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम्
अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्। अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भगवद्वेषिणीम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तन्न विदुः सुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः। नास्ति बुद्धिरयुक्तस्य न चायुक्तस्य भावना न चाभावयतः शान्तिः अशान्तस्य कुतः सुखम्। इन्द्रियाणां हि चरताम् यन्मनो नु विधीयते तदस्य हरति प्रज्ञाम् वायुर्नावमिवाम्भसि तस्माद्यस्य महाबाहो निगृहीतानि सर्वशः वशे हि यस्येन्द्रियाणि इन्द्रियाणीन्द्रियार्थेभ्यः तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता यानीशा सर्वभूतानां तस्यां जागर्ति संयमे यस्यां जागृति भूतानि सा निशा पश्यतु मुनेः आपूर्यमाणं वचलप्रतिष्ठम् समुद्रमापः प्रविशन्ति यद्वत् तद्वत् कामायं प्रविशन्ति सर्वे स शान्तिमाप्नोति न कामकामी विहाय कामान् यः सर्वान् पुमांश्चरति निःस्पृहः निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः स शान्तिमधिगच्छति। 66, 67 and 68 verse we have seen yesterday. So in 66 verse, Bhagavan has used one word for a person, one whose mind is not quiet, one whose mind is not tranquil is called ayuktasya. So Bhagavan says, in this verse, Bhagavan says a person whose mind is not tranquil, for that person, two things cannot be possible. One thing, ayuktasya buddhihi nasti. A person whose mind is not quiet, that person cannot have atmagnana. And second thing, ayuktasya bhavana nasti. A person whose mind is not quiet, that person cannot sit for contemplation. Bhavana, contemplation. And then Bhagavan says, abhavayataha na shantihi. One who cannot sit for contemplation, that person never get peace. Na shantihi. And last says, ashantasya kutasukha. How can that person can be happy when peace is not at, when mind is not at peace? So here also in 66, Bhagavan has praised Nididhyasana. Nididhyasana is praised, and we can see 67th verse, again Bhagavan has emphasized on Damaha. So here we can say Shanti. So Shamaha and Nididhyasana are emphasized in 66, and again in 67, Bhagavan has emphasized on Damaha. So in 67th verse, Bhagavan says, there is a common rule for our senses are Indriyanam Charata. Naturally, our senses always moves among the object only because they are external. So charitam indriyanam, it is okay. But Bhagavan says, if this mind is follow these senses, then what will happen? So charitam indriyanam yat manaha anuvidhiyate. If mind follows this indriya which are moving among the object, sense object, then what will happen? So Bhagavan says, tat manaha, tat means that mind, asya manushasya pragnam harati. That mind again robbed away. Here pragnam we can say atmagnanam. Here we can say pragnam means atma anatma vivekah, karya akarya vivekah. So this our wisdom is robbed by mind. So this again in this shamaha dama, Bhagavan has emphasized, and Bhagavan has given one example. He says even a small boat, if inside the ocean, and if wind, today it was the announcement or forecast, our sea will be rough near Porbandar, and the speed of wind will be 40 to 50 kilometers. It was the forecast by collector. So same way, small boat, and then was requested all fisher folk should not go inside the ocean because it's a heavy wind. Same way, if vayu, if wind inside the ocean, there is a small boat. The speed of wind can take away this boat from its own destination. Same way, if we are not careful, then again mind will take away our whatever we have destinated. So we should be focused what we have decided. Otherwise, this mind is very tricky. In 67th verse, Bhagavan has said, in last 68, what I said is the old summary which starts from Yada Samharate Chayam Kurmanganiva Sarvashah Indriyani Indriyarthebhyah Tasya Prajna Pratishtita. It starts from there and this ended up to 68th verse. That's why the first word of this verse is Tasmat. Tasmat means therefore. Because our sense organs are very powerful, our mind is more powerful, and if we cannot sit for meditation with Nididhyasanam, then it is very difficult to assimilate this Atmagnan. To assimilate or become a Sthita Prajna is very difficult. Tasmat. Therefore, O Mahabaho, Bhagavan says, O mighty arms Arjuna, O Mahabaho, Indriyani, our senses, Indriyarthebhyah, from the object of their own field, Indriyarthebhyah, Sarvashah, from all over the side, Nigruhitani. You should withdraw, one should withdraw their own senses from the object of senses. If a person can able to do this, then Bhagavan says, Tasya prajna pratishtita. That person can be steady in the Atmagnana, their Atmagnana mesthira. This is the called how the three sadhanas are summarized in the 68th verse. So again, Bhagavan has discussed Sthita Prajna. Again, they're not right, but what is the mind? What is the disposition of Sthita Prajna in this 69th verse? Yesterday, what I have said, it is again Tasmadhyasya Mahava. Yeah, one thing it is, I would like to share again. How can we withdraw our senses from sense object? So I have told, with the help of Karma Yoga, we can withdraw, not withdraw, but we can give proper direction. Even whatever we are doing through our senses, we can say this is only for Ishvara. It is also helpful, even always by doing japa, our mind Na anuvidhiyate. Our mind never follows when senses goes out. So by doing japa, even through meditation also, meditation means through japa, if you sit in close eyes and you start meditation, it is very helpful to give proper direction to our mind. So even meditation is helpful. Last one I have said, Shravana and Manana, both are helpful. So we can have some mastery over our mind and senses. So this whole topic is over. So generally people think Sthitaprajna is traits, but Bhagavan has discussed trait only in 3. And now all are the sadhanas discussed. And now the mind of this our Atmagnani. So ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagarti sanyami yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha ashyato munehi. This is also called Granthi Shlok, which we have discussed in Nasato Vidyate Bhava. Granthi Shloka means it needs time to unlock the meanings of the words which are given in this shloka. So Bhagavan says, literally, if we translate of this verse, the meaning is Sarva Bhutanam Yanisha, for all being, which is a night. In that night, Tasyam Nishayam, in that night, Sanyami Jagarti. That Atmagyani, Sanyami means Atmagnani, is Jagarti, awakes. And second line is Yasyam Nishayam Bhutani Jagrati. When in which night all beings are awake, Sa Nisha. That night is understood by Munehi. Pashyataha, we cannot see, literally see, but Pashyataha, we can say a person who can understand. And Munehe, again, one who has capacity to contemplate. It's called Munehe. Pashyataha Munehe Sanisha. So that Atmagnani can understand what is really speaking is called night. This is common. This is, you should not write, this is a literal translation. But now Shankaracharya ji says, the meaning of Nisha, we can say, is ignorance. Ya Nisha Sarva Bhutana. So in ignorance, all people are almost, they are always with ignorance only. There are very few people, very few. That's why this is singular. Sanyami means Atmagyani, awakes, means Atmagnani knows. This is ignorance, and where people are reveling, it is really, is not really speaking. Is a, we can say, is a word. We will go inside. And Yasyam Jagrati Bhutani, when all people enjoyed, that even Gnani knows, this is that the night of ignorance. Sa Nisha Pashyato Mune. But let me see first. Sarva Bhutanam Ya Nisha is Anvaya. Tasyam Nishayam Sanyami Jagrati. And Yasyam Bhutani Jagrati Pashyataha Munehe Sa Nisha. So first, Sarva Bhutanam Ya Nisha. The meaning of Nisha is equal to night. The Shankaracharya ji has given in his Bhashyam, in night there are many creatures, there are many animals and birds are awake. And it's called nocturnal. Such birds or animals is called Naktacharana. They are always moving inside the night. And for this nocturnal people or animals, they consider this is the day. So one who are moving in the night, for these animals and birds, this night consider as good as day. If this all cannot see in the daylight, but this all can see in the night only, so for this all, this night is ahaham is the day. Dinam eva sat. So for this whole day, for whom? For this nocturnal. So that's why I have written, we can see a night at a two different point of view or two different angles that Shankaracharya ji has shown in his Bhashya. So he said, Nisha is equal to night. In night we can see a two point of view. One for Nisha, we can say for common people sleep in the night. This is called Nisha. And another Nisha means this nocturnals. Nisha Charana, for such people, Nisha they take as a day. This is the day for nocturne. Now Shankaracharya ji says, a people who are ignorant, they are as good as are nocturnals. He says, nocturnals means one who moves in the night, all ignorant people about oneself, they are as good as like nocturnals. So he says, this Agnani he has taken as a nocturnals. In this nocturne, always consider this night is a day. Same way our Agnani people, ignorant people think, right now what we are doing is a day only. So this Vyavaharik Jagat, the day which we consider this is day, is actually is a Agnana. And Agnanam is equal to Nisha. Whenever darkness comes, it is called Agnanam. Agnanam they can call as a tamas also, because tamas is equal to darkness. Same way Nisha is equal to darkness, darkness is equal to Agnana. But generally all people are considered they are smart, but according to Shastra, they say all are ignorant. And for such ignorant people, Shastra says they are as good as nocturnals. They are moving in the night, but which type of night? They think this is the day. So all ignorant people think this day, actually according to Gnani, this is a not day, it is a night only. So right now, even what we are doing, we consider this a day because we are Agnani. But for Gnani, this is a day, this is a night only. But which type of night? Agnana Rupi night. So that's why I have written Anisha. For Gnani, Gnani knows what is the his or her real Swarupa, his own nature. But this Gnani take this day as a Nisha. He says this is the Agnanam, and because of this Agnanam, this all Agnanis take this Nisha as a day. I think whether you are understood or not understood, but let me more clarify. Suppose we can in day we do different activity. Then we think this is the day. Right now what we are talking is a day, according to us. But in night, suppose I have written this all is called nocturnals. Nocturnals means one awake in the night. These all animals, birds are called of nocturnals. That's why Nisha Charana. So for this owls or another nocturnals, this night is equal to day. Is a dinam. So these owls, even there are wolf, they all think this is now day starts. When night starts, this all even the dead bird also thinks now our day has started. So for nocturnals, our night is a day for them. This is clear? Same way. So here day, again I can clarify, in the day, we people think this is the day, and this bed and other all things, the night is equal to day. Now we can switch over. There are two type of people available here in the world, Gnani, and another is called Agnani. To whom we can call Agnani? One who don't know what is their own nature. So Agnani means they think, one who knows, they take samsara as a truth. So for Agnani, this samsara, this day is a very clear, it is Satyam. So for Agnani, this day right now is a Satyam. Like what? Like this bed and alls. It bed and all and other nocturnal thing. Now this night is a day for us. Same way for Agnani. When this day, to whom we are called a day, really for Gnani, it is a night only. Because they don't know what is the reality. And Gnani knows these all people are living in night only. Ya Nisha Sarva Bhutana. So this night for all Gnani, and Gnani thinks this is the day, but really speaking, it is a night only. That's why our Narsi Mehta says, when I wake up, Jagatadi say nahi. The beautiful I always love, it is say when I wake up. This is one bhajan of Narsi Mehta. He says, Jagine Jhoto, Jagatadi say nahi, Ungama Atapata Bhogavase. The meaning is, when I wake up from the Jagine Jhoto, when I wake up, then I see there is a nothing here surrounding me, nothing is there, because in the night, Ungama, the meaning of night means because of ignorance, people do different type of activity. So Agnani is equal to this day is equal to Nisha. So for Agnani, this Nisha is equal to, they think this day is a means out of ignorance, they think this is the day, but really speaking, this is not day, this is the ignorance. So Nisha is equal to Agnana. So now if we say Ya Nisha Sarva Bhutana, we can take as a for all being, they consider is a night, but really speaking, that Gnani knows this is not night, this is a only Chaitanya Tattva. Tasya Nishayam Gnani Jagarti. So Tasya Nishana, now we can take this line. So Sarva Bhutanam Ya Nisha, for all being Ya Nisha, even they think this is the day, but because of ignorance, they're thinking is the day. But really speaking, is Agnanam only. So Nisha is Agnanam here. Darkness. Nisha is equal to darkness. Or we can say Tamas. Tamas means also darkness. So Sarva Bhutana Yanisha, for all being, which is the night. Night means which is the ignorance, which is the darkness. In that Tasya Nishaya, in this darkness, some Gnani are wake up. The Gnani knows this Jagat is not real, it just wakes up. Because when in Gnan he knows there is a no word. This is the meaning of first line. That's why even Ganpati has taken long time to understand this verse. So we need some long time. No? How can we can? Shankaracharya ji has written. So I have just written Nakta Naktancharathaniyanam Agnanam Sarvabhutanam Nisha Eva Nisha. So this whole Jagat in daytime, but for all being, which are the who has ignorance, they all being are Naktajarasthaniyana. They are compared as nocturnals, our all beings, because of agnana, because they don't know Paramartha Tattvam Agocharatva. Because of the ignorance of their real nature, they take this whole Jagat is a Satyam. We are taking whole Jagat is a Satyam, it is called Nisha. This is the meaning. This is because of our ignorance, we are giving too much importance to this Jagat. It is Nisha, this is the tamas, this is the ignorance. But in such some blessed people, Jagrati, they have just come out from this world. That's why Bhagavan says, Sanyami Jagrati means some Gnani. Here the meaning of Sanyami means some Jnani, one who is Atma Gnana. He awakes, he just come out from this Nisha, of this ignorance, just come out. So again, still I have written Sarva Bhutanam Ya Nisha, for all common people, which we consider Nisha means one who consider I am Sukhi, I am Dukhi, I have birth, I have death, etc., etc., etc. Whatever we think, I am in pleasure, I am in pain, I have somebody has hurt me, somebody has guilty feel, all possibility, this duality in Nisha only. In the night of ignorance only, Tasya Nishaya. In this, with reference to this ignorance, some blessed people are just come out, they are Jagrati. Sanyami are Jagrati. For a person who has self-knowledge that knows these whole people are thinking we are awake, but they are not awake. Instead, their eyes are open, but they are living in ignorance only. This is the meaning. So here the meaning of Nisha, again I have written, Nisha is equal to ignorance, Agnanam. And why this is ignorance? Paramartha Tattva Agocharatva. Because they don't know what is the truth. Paramartha Tattvam Agocharatva. They can never even think of. In this Jagarti Sanyami. So Shankaracharya ji has written Sanyami Jagarti means Paramartha Tattva Lakshanayam Agnana Nidrayaha Prabuddha Sanyami Jitendriya. So he says some blessed people whom we call Sanyami means Jnani Jitendriya, who is the master of one's own sense organ. Prabuddha means awakened, who is already awakened. That person from whose this person is awakened, Agnana Nidraya, from the darkness of ignorance. Here Nidra, Nisha means of the darkness of ignorance. And when this ignorance is gone, then he says, I am Paramartha Tattva. I am my real nature is nothing, but I am all pervading consciousness. Is Jagarti. This is the meaning of first line. Yanisha Sarva Bhutana. Tasyam Jagarti Sanyami. Now Yasyam Jagrati Bhutani Sa Nisha Pashyato Munehi. Yasyam Bhutani Jagrati. Again saying Yasyam Nishayam Bhutani Jagrati. All being. Let me say, whenever Bhuta comes, no, in English, not in English, but in Sanskritam, Bhutaha. There is a, we know, Bhu Bhavami Bhavamaha Bhavavaha. This is a verb, Bhu. The meaning is, become. The past passive participle is Bhuta. So if Bhutaha means being, not in Hindi or Gujarati, Bhuta Pishach Nikat nahi yaad. So when Yanisha Sarva Bhutanam, then people start converting all Bhuta. Here the Bhuta means we all are Bhuta, means beings. So Bhagavan says, Yasyam Bhutani Jagrati, in which nisha, in which darkness, these all beings are awake. So Shankaracharya ji has described the nisha. He says, Yasyam means Yasya Nishayam, in which darkness, to whom we can call darkness. So he says, Grahya Grahaka Bheda Lakshanayam Avidya Nishayam. So he says, Grahya Grahaka Bheda Lakshana. We are taking I am separate, an object is separate from me. So I can grasp the object. So there is a difference when Dvaitam, it is called because of ignorance. We are saying Grahya is different, Grahaka is different. So if I would like to pick up this clock, I can say this clock is Grahya and aham Grahaka. If I would like to pick up this flower, so I can say this flower is Grahya and I am Grahaka. So whole world is nothing but full of Grahyas and full of Grahaka. Grahya means sense object and Grahaka means I am different from that. Bheda Lakshana, this is called Ratri, which are given too much important. So Yasya Nishayam, Grahaka Grahaka Bheda Lakshayam, and this is called Avidya Nishayam. This is the night by the name of Avidya. Avidya Eva Nisha. We can take as a Karma Dharaya Samas. Avidya Eva Nisha. Tasyam Nishayam. In that night, Prasuptani. These all beings are sleeping. But meaning of Prasuptani, again Shankaracharya says, Jagrati. They all are awake, who are sitting, we are listening, all are, but it is like a Swapna Drishya. So even right now, what we are giving this Jagrat Avastha, according to Shastra, it is a Nisha Buddhi. Because of ignorance, we think we all are separate. Dvaitaha. Prasuptaha, even because of ignorance, even people think we are awake, but they all are prasuptaha. They are as good as sleeping only. Sapna drashtaha. What we are doing is nothing but like a dream. Nothing is true, whatever. So this is called Yasyam Nishayam Bhutani Jagrati, in which ignorance, in which Agnana Nishayam Sarva Bhutani Jagrati, but there is some Gnani is called Pashyataha. Pashyataha means a person who can see clearly. This is what they are behaving is not correct. Pashyataha Munehe. Munehe means this Gnani, contemplating person, or that person, Sa Nisha. They understand this Nisha is nothing but ignorance only. So all people are playing, all people are working, all people are interacting in Nisha only. This is the meaning of Bhagavan Krishna would like to convey. So whole Jagat Prasuptani, whole Jagat Bhutani Prasuptani, they are sleeping in the Nisha only. This is the meaning. Oh, I think I have conveyed properly. So again, if we take this loka, then Sarva Bhutanam Yanisha. For the all being, they consider Yanisha. Yanisha means this Agnana. They do different type of Vyavara, this Agnanam, this darkness. From that Agnanam, Sayami Jagarti. That some Gnani wakes up. They consider this is not real. These all are living because of Agnanam. In Yasyam Bhutani Jagrati, in which Agnana Nidrayam Bhutani Jagrati, Sa Agnanam Munehe Pashyatah. Then Gnani can clearly understand, but they cannot help, sometimes. Because Even there are many Gnanis are available, they would like to help all ignorant people. But ignorant people think this Gnani is whimsical. It's pagal. So they say what we are understand, they don't be clear. This is only true. This is the problem of all Bhutas, Bhagavan says. So this is we can say, this is the position of Gnani and this is the position of Agnanis. And before 17th verse, Shankaracharya has written a beautiful bhashya. So he says, Vidushaha tyakta eshanasya sthita pragnasya yatehe eva moksha praptihi natu asanyasinaha kama kaminaha iti. So he would like to say Vidushaha means Atmagnani. So we can say Vidushaha means Atmagyani. This Atmagnani has given all type of Eshana, all type of desire. In which type of desire? So common is Putreshana, Vitteshana, and Lokeshana. People should understand me. It's called Lokeshana. People should appreciate me. It is called Eshana. But from whose mind, Tyakta Eshana Sarva. From whose mind this all desire are gone, such person is called Sthita Prajna. This person is Sthita Prajna. And another name Shankaracharya has written, Yate. Yati means one who is constantly putting a fort is called Yate. For such person eva moksha prapti. That person only can understand what is the meaning of liberation. What is the meaning of moksha? One who has this qualification. Tyakta eshnaha, sthita pragnaha, in atmagnani. For such person eva moksha praptihi natu asanyasinaha. Here the meaning of sannyasi doesn't mean only orange cloth, but sannyasi means one who has given all things from the mind. It's called sannyasi. Really speaking, there is a word sannyas. Sannyas. If we split this word, then it is sam plus ni plus asaha. This is yad sandhi becomes ya. And this sam in front of na becomes nakara. What is the Panini Sutra? But asaha, the meaning of asaha means to give up, to throw away. This asaha is give up. Ni means definitely. Nishchayena, some means properly, with thoughtfulness. A person who has given everything with definitely, but with thoughtfulness, not because out of anger, out of frustration, not. There are many sannyasis, they have given up, taken sannyasa because they are not satisfied in their own life. Not this much, but sannyasa means one who has given up with proper understanding. Same way, there are many karma yogis, grihastha are available. They have given up their all karma phala. They are also called sannyasi. Neyam nitya sannyasi yana dreshti na kankshati. It is given definition, 3rd verse, 5th chapter. So nitya sannyasi, one who doesn't have any type of hatred, one who doesn't have any type of attachment. This is called sannyasi. So Bhagavan says, Shankaracharya says, moksha prapti possible for whom? So one who has like this qualification, but this moksha prapti is not for a sannyasi, means a person who doesn't have given up all kamas, all desire from one's mind is called a sannyasi. And this person is called kama kami. Their desire of many objects is called kama kamina. Etam artham drashtantena pratipadeshyan aha. This Bhagwan would like to prove by giving the example. So first Bhagwan have given the example and then he proved Gnani is also like this. He doesn't have any type of desire. Apuryamanam achalam pratishtham samudram apah pravishanti. Tadvat kamaha sarve yam pravishanti sa shantim apnoti na kamakami. So Bhagwan has given example of samudram. Samudram means ocean. So he has used two adjectives. Samudra is apuryamanam. Apuryamanam is a full, total full, achalam pratishtham. Because in spite of its full, but it never crosses boundary. Achalam, sthiram, still, they never cross the boundary. Even apaha pravishanti. There are many waters during rainy season. They entered inside the ocean, but still ocean is achalam pratishtham apuryaman. So we can see achalam pratishtham apuryamanam, we can say is a fulfilled, full, but we can say our understanding fulfilled. And achalam pratishtham means steady, never cross its own boundary, steady. Same way, yadvat, as though, tadvat, here tadvat, kamaha yam pravishanti. There are many desirable objects. Yam Atmagnanam Pravishanti. Because Atmagnani doesn't live in the forest. Even surrounding Atmagnani, there are many objects. Even people are also entice Atmagnani. Babaji, please do this. I will give you. So there are many offers. So Kamaha Yam Pravishanti. There are different objects can be entered. Sarve Kamaha can be entered in Atmagnani, but still Atmagnani remains, can be remain Apuryamano Achala Pratishtham. He remains fulfilled and steady. That person only Shanti Mapnoti. He can only gain the peace of mind. Nakamakami. A person who is after sense object can never get Shanti. Only Atmagnani is Shanti, because Atmagnani never after all kamas. Here the meaning of kama means sense object, desirable sense object. Object, sense object. This is the meaning. If we say Anvaya, Anvaya is Apaha. The water of ocean is Apuryamana. It is a full, without water coming inside Apuryamana. Water is Ajalam Pratishtham. The water of ocean is steady, sthira, still Apaha Pravishanti. But still there is no changes in ocean. Same way, Sarve Kamaha is all desires. Here Kama is not desire, but desirable object. Kama yante asmin iti kamaha. Shankaracharya says all desirable object. Yam sthita pragnam pravishanti. But still, they cannot change the mind of Atmagnani. The mind of Gnani is like a samudra. Apunyamanam achalam pratishtam. Such mind shanti mapnoti. Such mind definitely gain peace. Na kamakami. The meaning of kamakami means one who is always desires of different type of object. So Atmagnani is compared with ocean. So Bhagavan has used two adjectives that I have written, Apuryamanam, Achalam Pratishtham. This samudra is full, Purnam, Purnamadav, Purnamidam is full, and Achalam Pratishtham means still, well grounded, and Swatantra. Ocean is independent. And independent means what? So ocean doesn't depend on rain also, river also. Rain depends on ocean, even river depends on rain, but ocean never depend on rain or rivers. Even without rain in river, ocean always full only. Apuryamanam, without rain also, without river also. And again, Achalam Pratishtham never crosses its boundary. In Chopati, we can't say that tomorrow more ocean will come inside our Porbandar. Nothing. It remains always its boundary, never crosses. Other water reservoir, except this ocean, they are totally dependent on rain and everything. So I have given, if we take a pond, if we take well and take, they are totally dependent, not always full also, and they may cross their boundary. Every time Ganga is flooded, Yamuna is flooded, everything is flooded because river, they cross their boundary, but not ocean. Same way Bhagavan says, this Gnani is like an ocean, ever full with one's own nature. The nature is Satyam Gnanam Anantam. In such Gnani also, Kamaha Pravishanti. Kamaha means desirable object. If Atmagnani likes something good to eat, immediately people will offer. If somebody knows Gnani like this object, immediately they offer. So different Kamaha Pravishanti. But I have written here, all type of pairs of opposite also, they can enter in Atmagnanis. So success and failure is also enter in Atmagnani. Somebody gave respect, somebody hurt also enters in Atmagnani, pleasure and pain, or also enter in Atmagnani, auspicious, and something people know this is not auspicious. Everything enters in Atmagnani, and Kamayate iti Kaman. Whatever are desired are called Kama, means sense object. All are entered inside the Gnani, but Sarve Kamaha Atmani eva praliyante. Shankaracharya has written, all desire or desired object is just merged with oneself only. They never ask. Kiso shnute sarvan kaman, in Taittiriya Upanishad say, Nasatma vasham kurvanti, means this sense object cannot distract Atmagnani's mind. Atma vasham na kurvanti. Atmagnani never go after any sense object. Such person only, Bhagavan says, Shanti mapnoti. Saha eva Shanti mapnoti. Such person only can enjoy still, steady, full, poised mind in every situation. This Atmagnani, no flatter, no shattered, remain balanced everywhere. This is the traits of Atmagnani. But Bhagavan says, na kama kami. So what is the definition of kama kami? So Shankaracharya has written, kamyante iti kamaha vishayaha. So here I have written just kamyante iti kamaha vishayaha. If we are sitting, then we start desiring, let me purchase something. This is called kamaha vishayaha. Kamyante means is desired by. And tan kamayatum shilam yasya. One whose nature is always thinking, let me buy this, let me do this. All this such type of person is called kama kami. A person who is ready to fulfill whatever desired by mind to fulfill their all demands, that person is called Kamakami. Bhagavan says this Kamakami, this ignorant person, Shantim na apnoti. They never have peace of mind. Ignorant people don't get a peace of mind because they seek happiness from outside. Generally, people always seek happiness from outside. If I keep this object, I will be happy. If I keep on talking with someone else, I will be happy. This is our thinking. Thinking is called Kamakami. Generally, all people, without any exception, they think these worldly people can help me, worldly object can make me happy. These people, Shanti, because we don't know when person's mood change. I always used to tell if one person was depressed or some person has problem, so that person would like to share something A, would like to share his problem with Mr. B. When he called, today what happened to me, this problem, this problem. If he starts before B says, please listen my problem. I have more problem than you, and he starts to talk about his problem. So everybody is not ready to even listen to other problem. And if one body is listen, they say today, I am not in mood. Please tell me tomorrow. So all are moody. All people are their own problem. Such people, shanti na apnoti. Even to talk with other people is also kama. If we would like to share our thing with other person is also kama, I desire. So let me share with something. Whatever I desire is called kama. Something is not only to have some object and then I purchase. It's not like that. Whatever we desire in mind, maybe telephonic talk, maybe WhatsApp chatting, WhatsApp email chatting, whatever, everything is called kama. So if such people, shantim na apnoti, only that person who is like ocean, apuryamanam, that gnani only is shanti apnoti. And now last two verses, vihaya kama, if person doesn't have any desire, then what will happen to that person? It will be discussed in 71. First shloka, we will see tomorrow. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Any question?